Hello viewers, my name is Harshvardhan Dhatse and welcome to the Lazy Man Show. In this video you will get to know that how I cleared the Wipro selection process and also what are the topics that were asked in my Wipro interview, how was the test pattern of Wipro, where it was taken and what were the questions that were asked. So this video is going to be very helpful for you if you have applied for Wipro. So now let's begin with the first step, that is the written round. Now let us begin with the first step, that is to clear the written round of Wipro. First of all, there is no negative marking, so you can attempt all of the questions. So as you can see, there are 5 sections with a number of questions and duration. So starting with the verbal ability, you will be given 22 questions and you have to solve that in 18 minutes. So the questions will be quite easy, but you have to manage the time, that which question to do and which question to leave. So starting with the first section, that is verbal ability. So here you will be given 22 questions that you have to solve in 18 minutes. So the best thing about this section is that you can solve a lot of questions in 15 to 30 seconds. So it will save your time, and also there will be 1 or 2 paragraphs in this section. So I would suggest that you should pay more time to the paragraph section. So do not forget to check the description section. I have mentioned few important details in that section and some of the interview questions as well. Now let us come to the second section, that is the logical reasoning section. So here you will be asked 14 questions and you have to solve it in 14 minutes. So some question might be easy or some might be difficult, but a lot of questions will be easy. The main thing is that you have to manage your time in these questions. So the third section is quantitative aptitude section. Here you will be given 16 questions that you have to solve in 16 minutes. Here also is the same thing, the questions will be quite easy, but you have to solve in limited time. Also you should revise important formulas of this aptitude section beforehand, and I would suggest that you can leave the question that is consuming a lot of time. Now coming to the fourth section of this written round, that is the essay writing. So the few important things that you should remember in this essay writing section is that it can be given on any topic, any social topic or current affairs, that you need to write about 300 to 400 words. So before writing an essay, you have to plan your words carefully. You have to set the pattern of your essay, how you would write and how many paragraphs you will be using it. So starting with the first beginning paragraph, how you will introduce the topic, then ending with the conclusion, and how you will end the topic with the proper message. So you need to take care about the grammar section, punctuations, spelling errors, and you should use good vocabulary while attempting this section. So the most important thing about this section is minimum usage of backspace. So you have to use minimum backspace while writing the essay or editing any mistake. So if you need more details about this sections, that how you will solve, you can watch my playlist Journey to the Placement Process, in which I have explained you about how you can crack the various rounds of the placements and what are the things that are asked in those rounds. So in this playlist I have mentioned the syllabus for the round and how you can prepare for it. Now coming to the last section of the Wipro written round, that is the coding section. In this section you will be asked 2 codes and you will be given 60 minutes to answer those codes. So you can choose any language to answer this problem. So the best case scenario will be that you can solve both of the questions. So the Wipro questions are not quite that difficult. You can easily solve it in 60 minutes. And also some questions you can solve easily, crack it in 5 minutes. Otherwise it will take some time to guess the logic and clear all the test cases. Minimum criteria to clear the Wipro round is to solve one complete coding question and either you can solve it completely or partially. So this was all about the Wipro written round. So I cleared this round and after 15 days I received mail for the interview. So now I will be telling about how was the interview, what are the questions that were being asked. So my Wipro interview was scheduled on Superset platform, where you will get an email with the timings of the interview and you have to be present 5 to 30 minutes before the interview is being scheduled. Now my interview was for 15 to 20 minutes, that was technical plus HR, and my most of the interview was around the resume that I have submitted. So the first question that was asked was introduce yourself. So I introduced myself, told about my project. Now from this explanation he jumped to project and then asked to explain about it. Then he came to the core subject, that is DBMS. Then he came to the database, as I have mentioned in my project explanation. He asked about DDL, DML commands and one query. Now then he jumped to the OOP section, where he asked about a method overriding, method overloading and few questions related to pointers. Now after that he asked about data structure, that is array and list. Now as I mentioned Python in my resume, so he asked about data structures of Python, that is list, set, dictionary, tuple. So he also asked about the memory allocation in Python. So this is what I remember about the technical section of my interview. Now coming to the HR section, there were very few questions like why your performance went down from 10th to 12th. So I answered it. Then is there any backlog or gap in your education? Also I was asked, are you willing to relocate in various parts of India? So I was only asked 2-3 questions for HR, but there are few questions that might be asked, that is about the Wipro history, then the goals and principles that Wipro follows, and also why you are interested in working with Wipro. So I answered almost all of the questions. So this was the Wipro selection process, and this is how I cleared the Wipro. So I hope this video was quite informative for you. So like, share and subscribe to the Lazy Man Show. Meet you in the next video.